What's up, everyone? This is Strange Skull back with another review, this time of the Marvel Legends 80th anniversary Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. Wasn't sure I was going to do this one, but then that evil voice in my head, known as the Spaceman, reminded me that this is kind of poetic, because the very first review I did on my channel was the Marvel Legends review of the uh, I guess call it Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider that they did years ago for Hasbro when they really started cranking out Marvel Legends again. So I guess it's like, well, might as well do a review of the Danny Ketch Ghost Rider, which this is the Ghost Rider I grew up with. And just a little bit of a history lesson. Back in the 90s, they were really pushing this Ghost Rider. He was popular. He was in their coloring books. He was on binders. And he even almost got a cartoon back in the 90s. As there was an episode of the Hulk animated series where he pops up. Granted, it wasn't Danny Ketch, it was Johnny Blaze, but it was this look, and he even showed up in the Fantastic Four cartoon around the same time. But anyway, let's just get on to the figure. As you can see, let's just pop him off the bike first, because let's face it, what is Ghost Rider without his ride? And Danny Ketch's most iconic thing about this version of Ghost Rider, Danny Ketch's, is his badass Hell Cycle crotch rocket. Now, it's a good thing they have these flame things, because there's really no kickstand to keep it balanced, but the wheels are rubber. Let's get a look at it. They did a hell of a good job with the flame detail on the tires. But even though the steering column here turns, the wheels are stationary. I don't know if you can get a good look in there. Yeah, there we go. Gotta say, Hasbro did an amazing job on the detail on Danny's bike. And this I even like too. The Medallion of Power, which played a big part in Danny's story when he was Ghost Rider. Here's another little cool thing. You can see this little slot right here. Is it showing up? Yeah. But also you could take the foot pedals here, and if you want, you can interlock them here. So you put the back tire in the other flame part, and where I showed you that little indent there, comes this other fire piece. You just plug it in there. And you could have your Danny doing a wheelie, riding through the streets of New York, trying to get and punish the wicked. Let's just pop Danny on here. And again, let's just get that skull mouth open. And it does come with the other accessory, the most important part, which my kind of gripe I have with when they do Ghost Rider and stuff, they always want to do Johnny Blaze, but then they give him all of Danny Ketch's signature stuff. Like, Danny Ketch was the really first one where they did a lot with, because Danny had the biker chain. And Danny was really doing a lot of the cool stuff with the chain being a fire whip and stuff, and doing other stuff with it. Because really, back in the old comics with Johnny just had an old school chopper that he set on fire with his Hellfire and shot fireballs out. You know, Danny's the one too where, since he was the Spirit of Vengeance, he's the one with the pendant stare and all that stuff. But now, let's just set the Hell Cycle to the side here in the back, and let's take a look at Ghost Rider. Right here. Again, just like the bike, This is very detailed. He maybe could be a little bulkier, but really, he just looks like he jumped right out of the comic book, in my opinion here. I mean, yeah, again, very 90s look. We got the Spike wristbands, Spike on the glove, the Spike belt, and on his boots. But again, I feel like they hit him out of the park with this. And you can take the chain off here too. So all you got, it's really rubbery. You can pass it right off here. Just get around the arm here. So again, if you want to display him so it looks right, you could pop like I said, you pop the chain off. And so for all you who just want it perfect, so you're displaying him, he's got his chain off. And again, the mouth does open. This is just the reuse of the previous Ghost Rider heads. Doesn't get that much of a back view, and that's just because of the flames they have around the neck piece. And really, it's just, you're not going to get that much because all this is just a hard piece on a ball joint. Yeah. Just pop that on here. Now, again, I know it's like, for the amount you're paying for this guy, which is $50 retail, I mean, for what we got, it's pretty awesome, but I just wish we could have gotten a Danny Ketch head too. So you can have him depowered, or, maybe have like one where it's the normal head, and maybe we have a transition head. But hey, can't always get what we want. Now, he does come with alternate hands. He's got a closed fist one with the spike glove, which is pretty cool. And for his other hand, I guess you could call this more of the grabbing hand, where he's about ready to grab a dude and about throw the pendant stare on him. Now, again, just like I said in a previous review, I wish we could get 2 open hands and 2 closed hands, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. And I mean, I do gotta admit, like I said this before with my previous review with like McFarlane stuff and even Hasbro has really been stepping it up. Even other toy reviewers on here have admitted it seems like Hasbro and McFarlane, they're trying to really compete with Mafex and what's the other one? But pretty much they're trying to compete with a lot of the import companies. And because, again, a lot of people are like, well, if I'm paying a high price for, again, I don't really want to bring politics into this, but shit's expensive right now, and a lot of collectors, and even me, it's like I'm looking more at am I really getting the bang for my buck here, As again, I mean, we're at the point where just a standard Marvel Legends figure is just $25 here, and you don't really get that much with it. And it seems like Hasbro and even McFarlane, they're trying to compete with all these Japanese figures and other imports that are giving us tons of accessories. But anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. Back to the review here. Again, beautiful figure. Looks exactly like he hopped right out of the comics, but let's do some comparisons here. Got another Marvel Legend here. Here I'm compared with Wolverine this is the Wolverine from the Sabretooth 2-pack for, again, it's the only problem with these figures. They don't like to fucking stand up, but I think perfect height. Ghost Rider isn't like a really super tall figure, but he's taller than Wolverine here, and there's like a guy, I can't, and it doesn't sound like it, but I am excited that I have this figure, because let's just put another guy in here. Just put Spider-Man here, because I'm with having this Danny Ketch Ghost Rider, I can now put a display that I've always wanted to display before, and that, granted, it's not exactly perfect, but this is the only gray Hulk I have, besides the one in the suit, but that wouldn't fit either. But right here, one of my favorite, it's like one of my favorite, this is like my favorite group to display now. We have the new Fantastic Four right here. Because in that, granted, again, it's not exactly 1-1 comic here, except, you know, Danny and Spidey are in their right costumes, but in that comic, both Wolverine and the Hulk was still in his Joe Fix-It mode, so he was wearing like a suit, and Wolverine wasn't wearing his costume, he was wearing like a black jacket and stuff. So again, I just love displaying that. Again, this is a great figure. Again, if you like collecting Marvel Legends, or if you are a Ghost Rider fan, shout out to my boy Chipper. I convinced him that this is like the best Ghost Rider, and he is a huge Ghost Rider fan, a bigger fan than I am. So again, shout out to my boy Chipper. I know he got this figure. I hope he's happy with it. But again, if you are just a fan of 90s Marvel and a fan of 90s Ghost Rider, you can't go wrong with this. I mean, the Toy Biz one was pretty good. I have mine. It's in a box with a lot of my other Toy Biz stuff. But again, that Toy Biz Ghost Rider was pretty damn good, but this is probably, even some of the Johnny Blaze figures I have don't hold a candle to this Danny Ketch one. This Danny Ketch Ghost Rider is just chef's kiss. This is probably one of my most favorite Marvel Legends I've gotten in a long time. And I was pretty stoked when I got the Wolverine anniversary figures. But this one takes the cake. I mean, I gotta admit, again, I know it's been rough for everyone the past couple years, but this entire line of the 80th anniversary Marvel Legends figures, I know it's spread out over stores, but so far I have not been disappointed by any of these 80th anniversary figures. I've gotten this Ghost Rider, the Astonishing X-Men, Wolverine, which is pretty badass figure. I might do a review on that. I even got the Superior Spider-Man, even though I didn't think I was going to pick it up, but I just saw it in a Target. It was right there with the Astonishing X-Men Wolverine. I just picked them both up, and I was pretty satisfied. And of course, there's still a couple more to go. Like, I did get the Target exclusive Warbird too for the 80th line. She's a pretty good figure too. Of course, again, fun's not done, because then next month in October, which is when my birthday, hopefully he comes around my birthday, but we got Odin to look forward to, and I will definitely do a review on that. Guess if I have to give a review for this Danny Ketch, I got to give it a 10 out of 10. It's like, you can display this guy so many ways. Again, it's just like, he pops right out. Like, I'll just show it right here. Look at that. Side by side. Oh, but side by side comparison. It's like he hopped right out of the goddamn book, guys. So, if you're a fan of 90s comics, which I am, because that's the stuff I was reading when I was born in 1990, man. 90s X-Men, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Fan 4, and the Hulk. I watched all those cartoons, and granted, I had trouble reading as a kid, but the first comics I read were X-Men, and it was the 90s stuff. And then, of course, as I got older, I went back and was getting a lot of the Ghost Rider stuff, because this is my era of comics. So, again, pretty damn good figure. Pretty sure he's available. I think he's still available on Big Bad. He might be on Amazon, but again, he is pricey. This will run you about $50 to get, but in my opinion, he is worth every penny. So, when you guys think down in the comments, catch you guys in the next one.